Hey guys, part 2, 8/26/2011. If you haven't seen part 1 video, click on the link below. And I need to make the correlation between Washington and Denver. And basically what it is the connection of centers of commerce. Washington, D.C., obviously the center of commerce today for the Illuminati in the United States. And Denver was a planned center of commerce for the Illuminati after the destruction of the world and the implementation of the New World Order system. Let me explain. Washington, D.C., you have an absolute plethora of Luciferian deities replicated in stone, marble, limestone, etc. You have Luciferian paintings. You have sacred geometry. You have five-pointed stars in the streets of Washington, D.C. And you also have ley lines that run through Washington, D.C., a straight line that runs through D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, Boston, and New York City, all tying those cities together. Ley line, energy, earth magnetism. You can either use the energy or you can put energy into that ley line. Luciferian to the core. Denver was supposed to be the new center, and there's a lot of underground bases under the Denver airport, in Colorado Springs, and in that area in general, in that region. Okay, not a lot of people realize that. I got a couple of links below that explain the artwork of the Denver airport, which I'm going to explain. Jesse Ventura just did a show recently about the underground bases below the Denver airport, and that was slated to be the new Washington. Also in Denver, you have ley lines that run through that city. They connect NORAD, air defense system, which is in Colorado Springs. If you're going to blow up the world, it's probably a good thing to have NORAD air defense right in your backyard, correct? Right. You also have the U.S. Air Force Academy, right in Colorado Springs, right on that ley line. You have the Denver airport, obviously, which has a ton of underground facilities. You have Roswell, New Mexico, on that same ley line. You have the Devil's Tower in Wyoming, which was that cylindrical mountain that was filmed in Close Encounters. You also have the Garden of the Gods, which is on that same ley line. It has strange stone structures, natural forming stone structures in the garden or the park. And all of these run on a straight line, meridian ley line. Why is this important? Because that's how the Luciferians mark their turf. That's how they mark what they're going to do. That's how they mark what is important and how they manipulate energy that can be used from the earth or put into the earth. Now, the key is this to understand Denver. When you go into the Denver airport, what you will notice, and there's links below to all of this, you will notice that the artwork and the symbolism with the gargoyles on the walls, the Masonic plaques, the reference to an airport commission that doesn't even exist, just the strangeness of all of these things in an airport. The airport didn't need to be built. It's on something like 53 square miles. Why do you need all that space? If you look at it from above, the runways are maneuvered in a fashion where it looks like a swastika, and it's got Illuminati trademarks all over it. The Queen, a few years ago, before the construction of Denver Airport, was buying huge tracts of land in Denver, Colorado. Why? Well, if you own the land, you can tunnel and dig below. Well, why are they digging below? Well, they're digging below because if you're going to blow up the world, or you're going to uncork some kind of destruction, and even possibly destroy Washington, D.C., you're going to need an underground base and a hub of operation. And that's what they planned on doing. Remember I said in my last video, I said, look, if they can't use the derivatives to financially implode the economic system and people and countries accept that, they'll just come in and bomb them. And that's what they planned on doing. The artwork in the Denver airport tells a telltale sign. It has military soldiers walking around in gas masks with swords, trampling over children. It shows references to chemical weapons. It has gargoyles on the walls. It shows a picture of peace with all types of children of different nationalities, with their light being in the center. What does that mean? These are the children of the Illuminati who, after they destroy the world and plunge it into the New World Order, get what they want, which is destruction, tyranny, total control, and then they have enough sacrificial energy from the destruction that they've caused to actually embody their deity, their god, Lucifer, who is considered the light being in the center. I know, it's crazy, but that's how these people think. That's how they operate. That is what they believe. They believe that if they kill off 4 billion people and they destroy the world, that they will become like gods. That's what they believe. And thank the universe that that is not going to happen. Also, geographically and schematically, Denver is very important. Why? It's the Mile High City. It's the Mile High City. From a strategic standpoint, militaristically, elevated ground. Take the elevated ground. You're up in the hills. You're away from everybody. Who's going to get to you? Who's going to walk to you? Who's going to drive to you? Who's going to get up there? Nobody. In addition to that, there is a ton of oil under the soils of Wyoming and Denver. There's about the equivalent of 3 Saudi Arabias worth of oil, petrol, run their military machine. The Denver airport has air terminals or air stacks, cooling stacks that look like there's some type of small nuclear power plant underground under the Denver airport. So they're set. They got their nuclear power, which generates electricity. You can grow all the food you want under the ground. You can stay away from radiation. They have cleaning bays inside the underground tunnels to clean off any of the radiation if people are exposed to it. They have plenty of petrol, plenty of oil to run their military machine. And they've just killed 4 billion people. And now they, in their minds, have become gods. So for them to turn around and shake the ground of their old power system, Washington, D.C., which has served them well, and their new power structure, underground Denver, Colorado, what is that saying? They are freaking out. And they are throwing a tantrum, trying to get in communication with their demons, their Luciferian deities that in their mind have just let them down. Yeah, that's the reality of it. Also, I want to say, I'm going to leave a link to Cliff High's website, halfpasthuman.com. He came up with a very, very interesting link on July 17th, 2011. He came up and posted a picture of a crop circle where there was a picture of an alien, like a gray alien, smoking a little tiny pipe, like a peace pipe. He posted it. There were 22 or 28 spheres behind the head of the alien. Again, the links are below. And you could actually see these spheres, 28 included, behind the head of the alien. So he theorized that, you know what? Maybe this 28 is significant with 28 days. And that's basically how he left it. Now, I think it's very interesting. I think it's very telling. I think it's very non-coincidental. And this is an application of universe right in your face. That if you take the date that they were found on the 17th of July, which I'm presuming that they were actually made on the 16th, the night of the 16th, which if you count from that time, and you go 28 days, where do you come to? You come to August 23rd, 2011, which was Tuesday, the day that the Illuminati crashed the silver and gold market, the day that they sprung the stock market to 322 points, and the day that the earthquakes happened. And when the Illuminati, for the first time, have honestly had to say to themselves, we're cornered. Yeah, peace. Peace is coming. The alien, space brother, smoking the peace pipe. I love it. I love it. And I hope you guys do too. So, hey, that's my rant for today. Thanks for listening.